Hi everybody, welcome back to Hannah's Decodes. I'm Hannah, hope you've all been really well. This is a slightly earlier video. I'm getting in because I'm going away on Thursday, so I thought I'd get in. Today is Tuesday, the 16th, so of September. So I'm here a little bit earlier. I just thought I'd touch base on my video last week, which was about sort of like a prayer and a meditation for Charlie Kirk and the USA. And it's been really interesting just watching what's happening on social media in response to his death. And there's been a lot of prayer and vigils and kind words from one side of the political kind of world, more the right, and some relatively quite sort of nasty stuff from the left. So my video, my kind of intention was to kind of support the people who were devastated by his death and give them a place to not kind of time to react if they heard something disparaging or distressing about the death from other people. And yeah, the video is almost obsolete for the people on the right, because they've just shown peace and loving kindness and respect and vigils and prayer and doing all that stuff anyway. So perhaps the video I did last week would help some of the people who were very anti what Charlie Kirk represented. And anyway, it's funny, you put these things out and they, things shift and it's not quite how you thought it would be and stuff. So that's all good. But I just thought it was really interesting. But another thing I've been really noticing about the energy at the moment, and I've been speaking to a lot of friends and just observing family and friends, and a lot of people are very tired, and some aren't all that well, some are getting flus, some are getting quite big, serious illnesses, and just, I sort of feel, I think, kind of observing all this stuff going on and whatever's happening with the energies in the world. I'm feeling quite tired for the last maybe over 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. So I've just been feeling like, how do I get through the day? So and so I've also heard through different kind of snippets from spiritual people who put their ideas out, and I can't remember the names, but they're just sort of people that I've stumbled across on social media who are talking about the energies and how their planets and whatever's happening and things are lining up, and it's energetically a big purge of cleansing and new energy that we've got to integrate. And so that kind of makes sense to me as well. So I thought it sort of really struck me with this energy. I'm also seeing, on social media, maybe I watch too much social media, that there's a lot of people who are very moved by Charlie Kirk and what's happened to him, and they've kind of embraced I suppose the Bible, some of them, and a lot of these people are young people. So it seems like people who were, I don't know if they're even sitting on the fence, but people have been some people have been awakened. And I don't read the Bible, but I've practiced what could be described as the Christ consciousness, where you're recognizing your divine spark and practicing to be the best you can be in a kind of divine, godly manner, I suppose. So, but I think, I just feel like the energies at the moment and what happened to Charlie Kirk is like a I almost like see something like flipping. It's sort of flipped things for people where, I don't know, maybe it's switched on some kind of light and they're interested in something very different to what they used to be interested in. So that's really interesting. So I thought I meditated on that this morning and tuned in with Creator, and I just thought I'd share what I got because I thought it was really, really interesting. So I said I was thinking about the Charlie Kirk and all these energies, and I really feel like it's the energies and Charlie Kirk dying that has almost, I can't really find the right words, not allowed the energy to come into some people, but just, yeah, it's sort of the awakening, that kind of awakening. So I talked about that, the energies and Charlie Kirk and what's going on. So I'll read it out so it makes a bit of sense when I read the answers. I've been thinking about the energies at the moment, and Charlie Kirk's death seemed like a catalyst for some people to choose a path. And just, I'll interject here. Most of you have probably heard about the predictions of the Mayan calendar and the splitting of paths, and there's other spiritual people that have been talking about how the worlds will split and there'll be a great divide. And my feeling is this is kind of happening now anyway. We're sort of in this choosing phase of what path you'd like to go on. So the answer I got from Creator is yes, that's right. Yes, that's right to the question that this is the time to choose a path. And I was shown a fork in the road, so like a big pathway, like a dirt path in a field or something, and the split. So I said, is this part of the prophecy of the great split? And the reply was, it's a part of it. I said, will this split be experienced by individuals quite uniquely? And the reply was, it will be an experience of collective groups, but on an individual basis. So I think like there'll be like-minded groups that will kind of, although they'll have their own individual experience, there'll be like-minded groups that kind of move through, not so much the same time, but move through in the same, I don't know if it's ideology or the same kind of conscious connection or something like that. Okay, so I said, do these groups coexist after the split? And I got the majority to. And I said, what happens to the minority? The reply was, they shift to the other side of the path. And I said, thank you. So I think it's kind of happening now. And I've heard stories about people saying sometimes one day when the split is finished or it's happening, you'll wake up and there'll be a whole lot of people that you know won't be there. And I feel like the people that probably don't want to come on this path could be exiting now through natural ways. And so I think it's happening all around us. So I think, and I also think that the split isn't about, you know, the wise and the not wise. I think there'll be a lot of people that want to live or experience more in a world of polarity, a bit like our world is now, when there's so much kind of confusion and stuff. And they might be the people that hold or live an example of how to do something differently for those people wrapped up in that polarity, energy and experience. So I think that's my kind of gut feeling and intuition. So I thought that was interesting, and these energies and what's happening, you know, around the world, and the protests and everything just feels like people want to change. They really want, they want peace, freedom, harmony, truth. And obviously we know that truth, peace, all these things don't come about unless you have truth. So anyway, so that was sort of what I tuned into this morning at the national park, and I just thought I'd share it. And I think with these energies that are a bit kind of exhausting, or maybe some people might find them really energizing, my way of dealing with them is just to do things that give me joy. And I think that's so important at the moment. We've got to counteract all this really heavy stuff with some light joy. Just step into your joy, whether it's crocheting, knitting, walking, swimming, whatever, being in nature, looking at flowers. I quite like going to nurseries and looking at pots and flowers and stuff as well. That gives me a really kind of joyous feeling, just looking at little seeds that could be, seedlings that could become big plants and stuff. I really love that. So that's it, and I really hope you all have a good week, and I will probably do a later video. Oh no, where am I? No, I'll probably do the video on Thursday next week. Okay, thanks so much guys, and if you'd like to, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.